friends, welcome back to my channel. So happy new year. So this video I think is going to go out on New Year's Day, hopefully if everything works out properly, but I wanted to do just like a anniversary check-in with my channel, kind of an update, talk about this last year and talk about like my I don't really like making New Year's resolutions because I feel like they're almost like designed to like not meet them, but kind of like the things that I'm hoping to accomplish this year. So without further ado, let's dive right in. So first of all, 2019 for me was a super crazy year. My husband and I decided to build a house, and we actually started our foundation January, I think it was like 10th, 2019. So it was like really crazy, in a lot of ways stressful, but also kind of a exciting, different, rewarding time in our family's lives. Also, we got pregnant with our final baby, which I'm excited because I was kind of hoping to keep my younger two, like the age gap close together, because I wanted, well, in some ways I want to be done. I'm going to be 34, or I am 34, sorry. And I just didn't really want to have any more kids like past that like 35 age cutoff. And I also am at the point where I'm ready for like the next stage in life. Like I'm excited to have this baby, but I'm also excited to see what life will be like when all my kids are older, they start sleeping through the night and all that fun stuff. So overall, this year has been kind of crazy. Like there's been a lot of fun things, a lot of good, but also like a lot of not so good, with just the stress of the house. And then this pregnancy being a lot harder on me than any of my other pregnancies, and just like not knowing what to do about it or how to handle it. Like some days I just feel like I'm just hanging on for the ride, and that's just what I'm gonna do. So, but overall, I mean, it's kind of crazy to think that this is like the end of the decade, and there's a lot that happened in these last 10 years. I mean, my husband and I were like, started our family in 2012, and now we're finishing our family. And it's just interesting, like thinking about like how much has changed for us in like 10 years. All pretty much good things. I mean, there's been some not great things, but overall, I'm really happy. I'm so grateful for all the blessings that I've had the last 10 years versus the last year. And so it's just, I don't know, it's interesting. I don't like, also, like, I started my YouTube channel, so I finally looked it up. 2015, December 29th, 2015 was when I started my YouTube channel. So I'm officially 5 years on YouTube. So I kind of want to talk a little bit about that. It's kind of cool. I never thought I would last this long. Like, in some ways, I thought I'd get burnt out or bored or just, like, not really stay motivated to do it. But it's been a really fun hobby. Like, I mean, if I'm being honest, in some ways I was hoping I'd grow a little faster and be a little bit like bigger, but in other ways it's been really nice because I feel like the people that I've like kind of connected with on YouTube have been like fairly genuine. And I mean, obviously I don't know them personally, but I feel like overall they've been good people, and it's just been kind of a fun community to get to know. I mean, my channel's gone through like some major changes because I used to do a lot of beauty and like body positivity stuff, which I still wholeheartedly believe in, but I've kind of focused more on like mom lifestyle stuff because our income changed when I started staying home, so like being able to like get the latest and greatest was just a little bit harder on me. But I don't really know what's gonna happen because rumor has it that they're gonna be cutting down or getting rid of a lot of channels come in January. So I don't know what's going to happen. Part of me is, because the way some people are talking is if they're just going to purge like everybody that like isn't monetized or, isn't above a certain subscriber count or a certain view count, which to me would be kind of sad. Like, I'm a little bit worried about the whole COPPA stuff, but I kind of overall, I've been told like, some people are like, oh, it's going to be really bad. And other people are like, how did they say it? Like, it's not really that big of a deal. So we'll see. I mean, obviously my channel is not technically designed for kids, but I feel like it's the kind of content that like a parent can watch around their kids and they don't have to be worried about it because there's not really anything super, like, I don't really swear a lot, and I don't really have like explicit videos or anything like that because, I'm a mom too. So, I mean, in some ways I'm kind of frustrated how that whole thing came about. Like, kind of my, you know, limited knowledge on it, it just seems like a little bit of YouTube just kind of like, first of all, a bunch of like, I guess, interest groups are the ones that like made a big stink about it. It wasn't even the parents that were like, you know, in my opinion, need to be paying a little bit better attention to their kids. And that's why YouTube has like that kids app that you can use. So it like helps filter that content that you filter the content that you might not want your kids seeing. So in my opinion, it's like, it's taking the responsibility away from the parents to like parent their kids and putting it on the company, which I don't feel like is fair, because the company did have like you're only supposed to be 13 or older in order to view certain content, and or even age restricted content. You have to be, I think, 18 or older. So like they have security in place, but if parents aren't paying attention, it's not fair to force the company to be the parent for parents that can't be bothered to pay attention. But that's my little soapbox for that. So I don't know, I might not be here in a couple weeks. We'll see. I mean, I'm still going to make videos for as long as I can, but I did want to, and I'll link it below, I am starting a BitChute channel just in case. I've actually already started it, but I haven't been putting a lot of my videos on it because I prefer to stay on YouTube. It's a little bit easier to, well, I'm just used to it, I guess. But I do know that it is kind of an alternative, so if I do go missing, I will be on BitChute. I'll just move over there because I know there's a lot of people that have decided to start over there because they're a little bit more, well, they're basically not a big corporate entity yet, you know, give it time. And so they're not going to be forcing people out. Because my understanding is like YouTube's trying to compete with Netflix. Like that's kind of the unofficial rumor. And they want, like, they'll keep all the really big names and turn them into like TV shows basically. But then they want to get rid of everybody else. But that's like the whole reason why people come to YouTube is to, first of all, you can pretty much look up a video on anything. Like I love looking up makeup tutorials or even just tutorials on like DIY stuff, decorating, lookbooks for like style. Like I loved, like what started was there wasn't a lot of girls that like were my size, like not plus size, but not like super skinny either. That like it was nice to kind of fill that gap. And so I feel like YouTube, they almost need to like realize that there's a lot of people that like to come to their like website in order to kind of get these things that you can't really get anywhere else on like any sort of network. So Netflix doesn't have that, but I digress. We'll see what happens. So what my goals are for next year or this year is number one, have this baby, be healthy. I'm actually going to start looking into just like the way my family eats and seeing if we can kind of work out, since we're more settled now and financially more settled. I feel more comfortable like spending a little bit more on our grocery budget and kind of like trying to be a little bit better about what I'm eating, what we're eating. Cause you know, I want to, my goal is to lose some weight and basically get healthy, but I want it to do it the right way. I want to do it by teaching my kids the right way to eat. I mean, they are pretty good eaters right now, but I want to like focus on like making more things from scratch, doing more homemade things. And I almost want to do like maybe some more videos about that and like learning to eat kind of what's best for our family and what would be more nourishing for us, I guess. Another thing I'd like to do is I have some kind of, not necessarily remodel, but like decorating projects that I'd like to do. I'm trying to get, I want to do like a master bedroom makeover. I want to do our upstairs, like our playroom makeover, because I'm going to start moving, because right now all of like Corbin's toys are like downstairs in our living room, and I want to like move their stuff upstairs. And we're actually considering like turning our living room into like a more formal living room and putting like the big sectional like upstairs and making it like the family room, like in the bonus room up there. So like I can be up there while the kids have all their toys to play with, and we can watch shows up there and stuff. So I kind of want to do like a couple like makeover movies or videos, kind of do some like before and afters. And I even want to like talk about the process, like show you the budget. Like, look, I have $200 to make over this room, and this is what I did with it. Because I'm fascinated by those videos. I don't always see a lot of them, so I kind of want to like bring some of that content because I think it would be interesting. And I also think like I love like I was looking up, because we're planning on these two kids sharing a bedroom, so I was looking up like boy girl shared bedroom, and there was only like 3 or 4 videos. So I'm like, I want to do some of that stuff, so like if there's somebody else out there looking for the same things that I've been looking for, that they can. So I kind of want to refresh my content. We're actually looking at maybe getting goats. and doing kind of some homesteady stuff since we have property now. So I kind of want to talk about that. I want to like do some vlogs and kind of like talk about like our process and what we're going to do. And some of this stuff might not be till spring. And of course, I'm also having a baby, so I have to like be careful because I just want to do it all at once, but I also need to like, you know, take my time. But also, we're looking at like starting a garden. I want to maybe do some gardening videos, and just like, I just kind of want to like document our first year of like trying to do some sort of like modern homestead, like kind of not super self-sufficient, but like somewhat self-sufficient. Because, oh yeah, we even talked about getting chickens, just like a couple things. The reason why we would get goats is because we have a ton of like underbrush and half our property is forested, but like it's overgrown. So goats actually like clean all that stuff out. Like they're basically like human lawnmowers, and they're actually cheaper than the equipment, better for the environment than the equipment. You just get like two, because you have to get at least two because they're herd animals. And then you can like put them on like a not like a chain link, but on like a dog lead, and they like just kind of go around and meander, and they like basically, it's called browsing, and they just graze, and they'll like eat up all like the bad plants and stuff, and then like hopefully we can turn it into like some garden space or pasture land, and maybe someday we can get a horse. We'll see. That's like my dream. I've like always wanted a horse, and it would be so cool. But yeah, so I'm really excited to kind of talk about those things with you. Just, I plan on doing more like mom lifestyle stuff because, well, that's what, it's what I am. Mom is my life. That's why it's Holly's Mom Life, because that's pretty much what you'll see on here. So yeah, and if you have any like suggestions or any questions about anything, please feel free to leave them below, because I would love to address them. Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm looking for this next year. I have a lot of really big plans, but I also know I have to like take it easy, or I will like want to do it all at once. But I'm excited. It's going to be a lot of fun. So hopefully you guys are having an amazing new year. I'm going to be relaxing. I actually have some family coming in town after New Year's, and so I'm really excited because we're going to have some fun time visiting before my kids go back to school, because they still have like 3 or 4 days left before they go back. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited. And so maybe I'll do some vlogging then, and you'll see it later on this month. But yeah, wishing you all a wonderful new year. Hopefully your goals are attained this year, and hopefully you are enjoying yourselves and enjoying your life. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time.